What's up, Wikimaniacs? Welcome to another Monday Reddit reading episode. This week, we got an OP whose sister-in-law finds new ways to kill the vibe, a fiancé who wants their daughter to stop calling OP dad. The only reason OP is... Wow, that's it. I've lost the flow. That's it for this Monday. You'll get the rest later. Reddit Wiki starts now.
Therapy.
We're doing 2 stories on a month.
That's it. That's all you're getting, Wikimaniacs. It's 2 stories, and it's because I ruined the intro. That's the way the dice rolls sometimes. But welcome to another Monday Reddit reading episode. It's your boy Sean with me, Tuesdays hosts themselves, Josh and John. Say hello.
The Dead Show.
The Dead Show. How many dead shows
That's your
do we
other
have?
podcast.
Oh, yeah, huh? Damn, don't listen to that, please.
How many dead shows do we have altogether?
Well, you've had...
Maybe I had 3.
You had 3. I only had 1.
I've had 2.
Okay.
6
Yeah.
dead podcasts
Yeah,
between.
there we go.
You know, the 7th try is when you get it. Really. And that's fine.
You know,
Let's start another one. See if it also dies.
we're going to be the 3 Mustache Podcast.
Oh, there
Jesus
we go.
Christ.
And we just talk about people
We
with
can't
mustaches.
keep giving them free advertisement, guys. They love this. This is what they want.
It's true. We could do a WWE podcast.
Ooh.
You know, really a podcast introducing Josh to wrestling and trying to get him to like wrestling.
Ooh, we could call it WW3 because there's 3 of us.
Whoa.
Instead of the E, it's a 3?
It's
Wow.
backwards. Yeah.
It's just we.
I can see the logo already. It's writing itself, guys. Like,
Okay.
I care less about the actual content of what we're going to talk about on that podcast, more about the branding.
Welcome to We.
We got to get back on topic. The other stories that we have today before I fucked it all up in the intro, and I think we're at 30 seconds. I can say fuck at this point.
Sure.
Josh did not bleep fucking last week's. He didn't give a shit.
Holy moly.
Well, fuck YouTube. They just keep letting people steal our shit.
Yeah, truly. Fuck them. The only reason this OP is single is because his girlfriend was aborted. And then a listener write in. A listener breaks the Sean rule 7 times.
Oh, this is a listener.
Yeah. Also, if you want a bonus story, we got one for you here. If you join the Patreon or become a YouTube member, we have an update to a story we did a year ago.
Whoa.
Best of Redditor updates. I don't know if you guys read some of the updates, but there's like 5. So a big juicy Patreon bonus story for you today. So if you want to hear that, become a YouTube member or join the Patreon. Links are in the show notes. And another thing to shill, redditonwikishop.com, redditonwikishop.com. New merch there. And if you want to tell us what charity to vote for, join the Patreon because they're voting for it as we speak on who we will be sending half of the proceeds to.
Yes. And if
Profits.
your charity in the Patreon doesn't get chosen, doesn't mean it never will. There have many months to go where we choose other charities. So
Except November.
Yeah, except November every year. The
Yes.
charity is us.
Pay us.
our
Please.
goals.
Yes, but that is all I have to shill, guys. You guys got anything before we start today?
Let's shall start.
My back still hurts.
Okay, so this first one is coming from r/true off my chest, coming from Stormbreaker021.
I think that was loud. My bad.
My sister-in-law keeps finding ways to make my big moments about her. What she did at my baby shower felt like the last straw.
Oh, yeah. I do hate those people that it's like,
Trying to one up.
not me necessarily, because I'm not a big like me person. Like, it's my birthday, I don't care that much. But like other people,
Mhm.
when you see like someone's clearly excited that it's their birthday or they're celebrating like a promotion or something like that, and someone else swoops in and is just like, but what about me?
Yeah.
it's
Like,
like, yeah, okay.
stealing moment type of shit.
Yeah.
Come on now.
All right, let's get into it. I, 32 female, really need to get this off of my chest because I feel like I'm constantly questioning my own sanity. My husband, Mark, 33 male, is a truly wonderful guy, and we're expecting our first baby, a girl, in a couple months. It should be a happy time, but his sister, Chloe, 30 female, has this way of, well, making things difficult. It's like a pattern.
Sorry, there's an ice cream truck outside. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Like, what the hell
You
is
wanna
going on?
Get a strawberry shortcake, though.
It's
That
like
sounds
right
good
there,
now.
too. Wow, it's very
Get
loud.
it. Get some ice cream. Oh, speaking of ice cream, I'm so sorry. We went to get some ice cream and they had the Thai mango rice as a flavor.
Oh.
Ooh.
Fire.
It was so good. Sorry.
Shout out
I
the
want
ice cream place.
I forgot what they were called.
Damn, we could have really helped a small business.
We
John.
could have.
We could have really changed somebody's
Too
life.
bad.
Yeah, I forgot what they were called.
Damn,
But
it's
it was
actually
really
It's
good.
actually creepy how loud it is. It feels like it's in my house. Like there's gonna be like a serial killer come down. the basement.
she opened. She had to open the door.
She's not home. That could be.
She's not allowed to. Only I can open it.
I have significantly veered us off track. Continue, please.
Oh God, it's like a pattern. Whenever there's an event that's important to me or to us, something always happens with Chloe that shifts the focus to her or just overall casts a shadow. It's always framed as an accident or her just being forgetful or her just being clumsy. And if I ever seem upset, I'm made to feel like I'm being overly sensitive.
Ooh.
Mark tends to give her the benefit of the doubt, saying she's just a bit ditzy or doesn't mean any harm. And I've tried. I really have tried to believe that. For example, at our engagement party, she tripped and spilled a dark drink all over the light colored dress that I was wearing.
Oh.
Another example, for my bachelorette, which my friends planned, she mixed up the dates and booked her travel for the wrong day, causing a lot of stress and last minute changes to accommodate her. She was mortified about it. I will say I did do that for Josh's wedding. I booked the Air Canada tickets for a week before.
Yeah, but you didn't make that my issue.
No, I didn't
Nah.
bring it up to you at all.
That's a significant difference here. It's just like, oh no, I fucked up. I'm not gonna be able to make it. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry about me. I'm still gonna pay for my part of the trip or whatever. Like, that's what someone would do who actually genuinely cares about you in that situation. Not be like, no, you have to change everything to accommodate me. It's like,
Yup.
absolutely fucking not.
And at our wedding, she was a bridesmaid. And right before the ceremony, there was a huge drama because she realized she had forgotten a crucial piece of her outfit, like specific jewelry that was part of the bridesmaid look, which led to a frantic search and delaying things on the day of our wedding. I've always tried to just smooth it over, say it's okay, and Mark usually does too. But my baby shower last weekend just felt different. My best friend Jess and my mom hosted it, and it was supposed to be a really lovely, relaxed afternoon with close friends and family. I was actually enjoying myself. Then Chloe arrived a bit late, apologizing about getting lost, even though she knows the area. Then, when we were chatting, I was opening some gifts, and she started telling this very long, very detailed, and quite harrowing story about a friend of a friend who had a really traumatic birth experience recently.
Oh, that's like the last thing you got to
Come
talk about on
No.
a baby shower.
This is, if anyone's watched the worst movie of all time, Madam Web, this is what Madam Web does.
Oh, really?
At a point, yeah.
What the
At a
fuck?
point at a baby shower, she goes, yeah, so my mom died giving birth in the Amazon.
What
Everybody's
the
like, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't imagine why that movie flopped.
So terrible. And again, that's the main character that we're supposed to like.
Oh, that's tough.
Also, she didn't mention it just briefly. She went into graphic detail.
Oh,
The kind of details no pregnant woman, especially a first-time mom a few weeks away from giving birth, wants to hear. She talked about complications, emergency interventions, the baby's distress. Really, the whole 9 yards. She told it with this air of, oh, it was just so awful. I can't stop thinking about it. But she was looking right at me for a good part of it.
what
Oh,
the fuck?
hell. That sounds deliberate, bro.
That ice
Yeah.
cream noise is making this creepier.
The mood in the room just plummeted. You could feel the discomfort. A couple of my friends tried to gently change the subject, but Chloe just kept going. Almost like she didn't notice, or she didn't really care, that she was making everyone, especially me, incredibly anxious. I felt my heart start to race and I could barely concentrate on anything else. Jess eventually had to very firmly interrupt her and steer the conversation elsewhere.
Y'all too nice.
Yeah. I'd be like,
All right. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Chloe, I think it's time to shut your goddamn mouth.
And how dare you ruin my baby girl's name?
yeah,
Fuck you.
true.
Later, when Chloe was apologizing to me privately for maybe oversharing, she said, "Oh, I just thought, it's good to be prepared for anything. I didn't mean to scare you." But her eyes had the same flicker that I've seen before. A flicker like she knew exactly what she was doing. When Mark and I talked about it later, he initially said, "Well, maybe she's just trying to be helpful in her own way. You know, Chloe, she doesn't always think things through."
Mark, you dumb bitch.
In what way would that be helpful?
And that's when I just felt so defeated. I asked him, "Mark, how's telling a pregnant woman terrifying birth stories at her own baby shower helpful?
Mhm.
How is that anything but incredibly insensitive and thoughtless at best?"
Yeah.
He did concede it was bad timing and poorly judged, but I still don't think he fully gets the pattern of behavior. It's not one big obvious thing. It's this constant drip, drip, drip of accidents and thoughtless comments that always seem to happen when I'm supposed to be happy or celebrating.
All I thought was the Encanto song. Pressure like a drip, drip, drip.
I need to rewatch that movie.
That's such a good movie.
The story at the shower wasn't as overtly sabotagey as a wrongly named blanket, but it was just as effective at ruining the moment and planting a seed of fear and anxiety right when I'm at my most vulnerable. I'm just so tired of it. I'm tired of having to brace myself for what she might do next. I haven't said anything more to Chloe, but I can't just keep pretending that this is normal or acceptable. I don't want this kind of energy around me or my baby. It's not about wanting a fight. It's about wanting some peace and respect, especially right now. This latest incident has really made me feel like I need to draw a line.
Oh my good. Look, the situation in itself, to not have the idea that, hey, dude, this is gonna be a first time mom and you're scaring the shit out of her. You don't even have the wherewithal to realize what the fuck you're doing. I mean, it's terrible to begin with.
Mhm.
But not on top of that, it's like the overall pattern of the shit that she did. Maybe like the one time, like, okay, accidents do happen. People do get ditzy every now and then. Sure, that shit happens. But it's a repeated pattern over and over and over and over again. That's just like, this shit is deliberate at this point. And if I were you, OP, like I would just have this conversation with Mark. And it's not even like, hey, what are we going to do? No, you're going to do a hard line and say, she is not going to be part of our life. I'm cutting her off. And if you don't want to cut her off, then we're going to have some issues.
Yeah.
And because Mark is enabling the fuck out of her sister.
Yeah,
and
we're not rocking with Mark because he's rocking with your sister.
Exactly.
Great clip.
Mark is weird. And so is his sister.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I agree with John. Like, I think it's time you start putting up some boundaries, either going low contact for a little bit after establishing, hey, like if you keep like, and then this should be, to be honest, this should be Mark doing this stuff. It shouldn't be you having to do it because it's not your sister. But like talk to Mark and tell him like, hey, we need to put up boundaries because I mean, I don't trust her at very key points of my life. I'm going to have a hard time trusting her with our daughter at any point. You know what I mean? Like who knows what she's going to do? Like, whether it seems more malice than just being a like klutzy or dumb or whatever it happens to be. It seems a bit more like malicious than that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wouldn't trust her as well. I think you gotta, I think Mark should realize this and have the receipts, pull them up, have a conversation with Mark. Just be like, hey, here's the moments that she's done this, this, and this. I would love it if we just stopped inviting her to a few things and like keep the contact at a minimum because I don't trust her right now.
Yeah, and the thing that's making me mad even more is like it was the friend that had to shut her down.
Yeah,
and
it's
multiple
just like,
friends that tried.
Yes, and like if I was like Mark in that situation, and like again, the first few times have been like, hey, shit happens. You know how she is. But the moment you start realizing that, and like the moment that your wife keeps bringing it up over and over again, like, I think your sister is sabotaging me, and you keep brushing her off, saying, nah, you're just tripping. You need to take a long look in the mirror. You're about to lose your wife if you don't fucking like step up and like make sure you protect her sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you guys said it. It's one thing to be. I'm clumsy as fuck.
Me too.
I've done things where I've accidentally made it about me, but like, it's weird when it's only happening at your events.
Yeah.
Is that not like? Is Mark not like? Once you lay it, hopefully you showed this post to Mark, but like once it's all laid out, is it not like, even if it is accidental, it's like at one point I gotta be like, all right, even if it's an accident, we can't have this accident prone person around our baby. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
The energy, plus like, again, none of us are parents, but like energy and mood are big during pregnancy, especially, I feel like, and then especially postpartum. So it's just like,
she felt the evil eyes, bro. Like,
yeah, dude,
that's the gut feeling is real.
Like, this person Chloe would not be helpful around this situation postpartum. You know what I mean? Like, emotions already high, hormones, I'm sure, are not at their normal place. So it's just like bad energy you're going into it. Like,
yeah,
even if it's like your sister, you got to be like, all right, I got to keep my wife in the most peaceful state possible. And and that includes not having Chloe around. And that's kind of just the bullet I'm going to have to take.
Yeah.
Because even if it's not malicious, and it does kind of seem malicious
Feels
when
like
she's
it.
staring,
Yeah.
when you're staring at her while telling the most horrible birth stories. Even if it's not, you just want to keep your wife happy and keep the moods good and the vibes positive, because y'all are, month 8 of month 9 and then postpartum. And it's going to be
That's
a crazy
stressful,
time.
no?
It's
It doesn't
a
get
stressful
easier.
time. No, it doesn't get
sure.
any easier. So I would just, talk to him and just be like, we really got to eliminate any points of potential stress. And
Yeah.
Eliminate her.
I hate
Nope.
No, don't do that.
In a video game.
I would say not even in a video game. This isn't a killable offense.
No,
Just ignore
you
her.
tripped on a cliff.
Just
Sorry.
Just picture her as a side quest that you just don't want to do, and you just
Yeah.
we can avoid that.
Mark her as done.
There we
Good
go.
God.
Okay, I'll take that one.
I guess that's the least ominous.
You said side quest.
All right, this next one is coming from r/advice, coming from, again, first time for me. I could be completely wrong here. Interesting mid-score shirt 897.
That sounds like a first for me.
All right. Congrats, interesting. You've
Wow.
made it. This one is titled, My Fiance Wants Our Daughter to Stop Calling Me Dad.
That seems weird.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that? I mean, if that's what the kid feels comfortable calling you,
Yeah.
shouldn't
I feel
that
like
be fine?
Mm.
Right?
more details needed.
Because at the end of the
Are
day,
they
it's the kid's choice, right? If you
Mhm.
feel like their father and they want to call you dad, I think that's up to them without knowing the context, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my answer to that right off the bat.
What Josh said.
Let's see. My fiance and I have been together for over 8 years. When I met her, she had a little girl that was 6 months old at the time. I fell head over heels for her and her daughter, and were very quickly involved in both of their lives rather quickly.
Okay. So for all intents
From
and purposes,
6 months.
you are her father.
6 months, and they've been together for 8 years. Sounds like you're a dad at this point.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm curious.
Things in our relationship seemed to progress very fast from moving in to the birth of our son. During this time, my daughter has always called me dad. Also, her dad is very much involved and is a great dad. And we all just rolled with it. My
You
fiance
say is or isn't? I'm sorry.
Is.
I didn't
Oh,
hear.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
is very much involved and is a great dad, and we all rolled with it.
So she has 2 great dads, it sounds like.
Yeah.
That sounds like a win-win for the
Cool.
damn kid.
Yeah.
My fiance at the dinner table last night told me that she had a conversation with our daughter about continuing to call me dad, and that she should begin to refer to me by my name.
What?
This isn't the first time she has said something to me about it, but I didn't think she was actually going to pursue it. She told me it embarrassed her when she calls me dad in public because people know that I'm not her real dad. She's also said her coworkers say it's fucked up because they too have stepchildren and that they find it disrespectful to the other parent.
What?
All in all, I'm extremely hurt by this. I have never done anything but accept our daughter as such. I refer to her as my daughter when talking to my coworkers. I'm very proud of all of her accomplishments, etc. As I understand, I am not her father, but I do fit a role in her day-to-day life as a fatherly figure, so to be abruptly called by my name is hurtful. I don't know where to go from here. I want to bring it back up, but I don't want to start an argument and linger over this. How should I go about this situation?
I think
I would fight. I would argue.
Yeah, I would absolutely argue. Because, like we said, I think if that kid feels that you are their dad and they call you dad, I think that's end of story. You know what I mean? Like, who cares really? Like, it doesn't sound like the her biological dad cares. Yeah. It's been 8 years. Why the sudden change? It sounds like the coworkers have been yapping in her ear and then she just let it get to her. Because I can't see a scenario where this is a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, and yeah. And if anything, the only opinion that should matter in this situation is your kids.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe the coworkers are having a bad example of, like, you know, they said, "Oh, I'm a step parent too," is disrespectful. Maybe y'all don't have a healthy relationship.
You're a shitty step parent.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, maybe your situation is not as great, but we kind of said it here. The kid has a perfect setup. You know what I'm saying? Like, has a father, the biological father is still pretty much involved in their life. Seems like a great dad to them. Probably calls them dad. You have OP here who has been there in their life since they were 6 months old. Called them dad. What the fuck is the problem there? Kid has two dads.
Yeah, I truly have no idea where this is coming from. It sounds like the coworkers. It also maybe racist. I don't know. Like, because
I was thinking that too, low key.
Because the part where they're just like, it's very clearly she's not my daughter. It's like, okay, what the fuck? Like, where is that coming from? But yeah.
Also,
like,
mixed races are a crazy thing, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, what's the word? Biology? Genes? Yeah. DNA is crazy.
It's like, it's like how we didn't know Keanu Reeves was not fully white.
Yeah. It's like, I forgot that we mentioned that at all, actually. But yeah,
because we were talking about Constantine.
Oh, yeah. They're like, yeah, Constantine is white. And then we looked at Keanu.
No. What they said was they changed his nationality. I realize that now.
Oh.
Which was originally English and now was American or something like that.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
Good call on that one. Good call on that one.
Well, that was the comments calling us out.
Yeah. Good on you, Wikimaniacs. Good on you.
We're not smart.
When we're wrong, we're wrong. You know, we'll take accountability.
Yeah, I've never watched the movies. I did call him racially ambiguous or whatever I said.
I mean, he could be, I guess. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, sorry, that was a detour.
No, yeah.
I would fight, bro.
I would fucking fight.
I would fucking fight.
It's for 8 years. This has been my daughter for all intents and purposes. Her whole life, since before she could walk, before she could talk, I've been there. You know what I mean? So also to have this conversation, to talk to me about it, and then we have the discussion, I guess, whatever. I don't know what kind of conclusion came to that. But then to have that conversation with y'all's daughter without you.
Him? Yeah.
Is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I would be very upset. I would not be, there's no way I'd post and be like, oh, well, I don't want to fight. I'd want to fight. You know what I mean? Like, we'd have to have a discussion because that is so fucked up.
It is absolutely fucked up. Yeah. And like, I think maybe the coworkers are coming from it like, oh, they're
also projecting hard.
They are projecting hard.
Like definition projecting.
It's OP's fucking fault they have a good relationship. Like, but then step up on yours. Stop fucking projecting on shit.
But also, it could be a wildly different scenario where they married in when the kid was 6 months, as opposed to maybe the coworker married in when they were, 8 years old or something like that. And then it's like, obviously they're going to see you in a different light than OP. You know what I mean? Like, OP's been there since before they could form memories. You got there after, they were in fucking 3rd grade. It's like, there's a difference. And they're going to react to you differently. Every kid will. So it's just, I don't know. To me, this seems like an unnecessary fight that your fiance is putting you through. And
fiance about to ruin a fucking relationship at this point.
That pisses me off.
I wonder if fiance and OP are like hella young and she works with like older people and she's just getting told by boomers like
Maybe.
what's okay and what's not okay. And she's like, all right, I'm 25.
Get your
People are yelling at me.
Geriatric ass
Yeah.
advice the fuck away from me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Just because they're older, they don't know better, y'all. When you get older, you kind of realize that because then you're older and you're like, I don't know shit.
yo, I had a,
And everyone around me knows shit.
And everybody around me also doesn't know shit, so they can't really tell me.
a side story. I got in a fight with an older person today.
Physically?
Oh, shit.
Not physically, but like I got petty with them.
Okay.
So like the gym I go to has like those hydro massage chairs, and like this one old lady went up to me and she was like, "Hey, you almost done?" I'm like, "No, I have 12 more minutes." She kept hovering over my seat and asking, "Hey, are you almost done?" I'm like, "No, I have 10 more fucking minutes." And then she's like, and then like when like 7 minutes left, she's like, "Oh, you're taking long." I'm like, "I have 7 more fucking minutes."
Like there's a timer on this thing.
And then there's 2 minutes later, and she's just like, "Oh, make sure you wipe it down." I was like, "I know." And then when it was done and she was waiting, I just looked at her. I restarted that bitch. I'm just like
Yeah.
staring at her the whole fucking time. Like staring at her. I'm like, what the fuck are you going to do? Just because you're old, I ain't going to respect you if you don't respect me, all right?
She could have just gone and done something else, or
Yeah.
waited and just be like,
That's what
"Hey,
I'm saying.
when you're done, and you after you like once you're done, before you wipe it down, let me know so I can be first in line or some shit."
I would have
Like,
called you
there's-
myself, be like, hey, come on.
Yeah,
Like,
there's so many like I see it all the time. I mean, people have asked me respectfully, like, "Hey, when you're done, like, let me know," or like before you wipe it down, let me know so nobody else like steals it or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's always chill.
Absolutely.
I stayed extra
Yeah.
in that bitch, and I was just looking and staring at her directly at all times. I'm like,
I would have
What are
waved
you gonna
someone
do?
else in, the next person. Go on in.
I should have done that.
I mean, after the first interruption, I would have just been blasting my headphones.
Yeah.
not listen at all. All right, this next one is coming from a screenshot from r/Gen Z, which was then posted in r/Comedy Heaven, which was then cross posted into our subreddit from Brain Ramp.
It's a Russian
damn.
nesting doll.
Holy
Inception, Inception.
We're a dream within a dream right now.
Also, Brain Ramp, first time for me. I don't know if you guys
I've
have
never heard
used
of that
Brain
one.
Ramp.
I've never
before.
heard that before.
Congrats to Brain Ramp. 2 newbies on the show.
Oh yeah.
This one is titled "They Aborted My Girlfriend."
Jesus Christ. This is one of those fucking lonely ass incels. This is one of them motherfuckers, huh? Like, I could have had a great relationship had my girlfriend or potential girlfriend would not have been aborted. I would have been happy. I would have
Oh.
been treating her nice and perfect. But no, I'm lonely and will never feel a woman's touch. This is one of them motherfuckers, huh?
Thank you for going on that whiny rant because I still had no clue where this was fucking going, but now I do.
And John is exactly right. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
I can't stop thinking that the woman who
It's back. It's back.
I can't stop thinking that the woman who would have fallen in love with me was aborted in this timeline. And that is why I'm alone.
Oh.
In another alternate timeline, her mother didn't abort her, and she grew up to fall in love with me. I must be very happy there. But here, I'm a failure. Without a doubt, my aborted girlfriend would have loved me, and I wouldn't be so sad.
Oh.
A
Does
lot of
this
these
guy
guys-
fuck?
A lot of these guys should have been swallowed or wiped down at the end of a session.
Before y'all go in, or after y'all go in, I'll read some of these comments because
Okay,
they
yeah, like-
are juicy.
Bro, there is what 3.5 billion women in the world,
Something
You know what
like
I mean?
that.
approximately. I'm approximating. If you don't have a chance with someone in a 3.5 billion, take a look inward, man. Like
Maybe
you are,
it's you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Maybelline. But
Yeah.
you're the fucking problem, buddy.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's Maybelline. Definitely it's you, though. Definitely it's you.
Definitely.
it's definitely you. But just imagining a scenario where this imaginary woman has been aborted because of a law you disagree with is fucking insane. Like, can we go back to Darwinism at some point, guys? Like, this is
Bro,
just
even Ogtha wouldn't fuck you, brother.
this is insane. Like, there are so many dumb people just posting whatever the fuck they think out on social media, and I'm just like, God,
I need to bring Dumbfound Dead back.
Dumbfound alive.
Oh my god.
All right, here are some of the top comments on our subreddit. I am not a werewolf. Suspicious. Comments. They talk about copium and then post this kind of stuff unironically.
Oh.
Then we got Pam, who death remembers, writes, girlfriend really dodged a bullet by getting aborted, to be honest. Holy shit. That one's crazy. And then mysterious.
Yes, we're not laughing at abortion. All right. Please don't take us seriously. This is just a comedy. For us.
I mean, that is a good.
That's a good joke.
That's a good comment. I mean, come on. That's a good joke. Mysterious midscore cancel midscore 11 writes, is this the new my girlfriend goes to another school?
She goes to school in Canada.
That's what Little Mrs. Swears a Lot writes, it's in Canada. You wouldn't know her.
Harder to make that joke when I'm here, but.
And then we have lol no lol writes, the school is an abortion clinic.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, truly we're not making, I mean, we kind of are, but like
we're making light of it, but
yeah, this is an insane person and we're making insane jokes to make fun of them because boy, oh boy, that is
what else are we supposed to do?
Incredible reaches by this person.
Yeah, I've created this like imaginary scenario where my girlfriend got aborted, and so I will be unhappy for the rest of my life.
Yeah, a lot of girlfriend dodged a bullet, girlfriend lucked out. Jesus, I will never be not amazed by the fact that somebody like some of these people just type this out and are like, not embarrassed to post it. Like, how do you type this, read it, and be like, yeah, send.
Yeah.
Full send. This is good.
The issue with social media is that there's people in the comments being like, I agree with this post. You know what I mean? Like, and then that's the only ones they'll see. They'll be like, oh, I'm reaffirmed in my insane belief and I will never change my mind now.
Tough.
God, just change. You unwashed ass motherfuckers needs to just change, bro. Oh my God.
Be better.
For real.
All right. So this next one is a first time, I think, or maybe, we got 3 first timers in a row. This one is anonymous user from Venmo.
Whoa. Okay.
They wrote a Google Doc and sent it to me via Venmo.
Ooh.
And I will say it was, the stories are pretty good. So this one is titled Listener Break Sean Rule 7 times.
Oh, yeah.
Illegal.
A lot of illegals in here.
Man, I got to get the button.
Wait, like OP. Oh, with that too.
That one too.
Get them all going.
Illegal.
Wait, so OP was the one that broke it?
7 times.
I'm hoping it's, well, I'm not hoping this because I don't want anyone to ever break the Sean rule, but like, I'm hoping they're not the predator. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping a listener of our show is not the predator.
That's where my head
So
was.
I've
I
been
was
dating
like,
18-year-olds.
One day after their birthday.
Jesus
so it's fine.
fuck.
Imagine someone clipping that. That would be so terrible out of context.
There's an idea.
No, please don't.
That's gonna
Edit
be
that
our
out, Josh.
It's gonna be our
Edit that
thumbnail
out.
for the week. Like all of us are just like this.
Jesus Christ. All right. Hey, guys. First off, let me start by saying sorry. This is long as fuck. And I chose shorter ones earlier in the episode to make up for this one being
Big
long.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to, which is kind of professional of me.
That is
It's crazy to.
It's not fucking masters, bro. Just because he'd be acing finals
Man, oh
and
man.
shit.
It's
God
crazy
damn.
to see. Maybe education is working. I don't know. I tried to cut this down as much as I could, but I have a lot of wild Sean rule breaks. Also, Sean spelled SHAUGHN.
It's a classic.
No, thank you.
It's a classic.
Feel free to read as much of these as you want, but I at least hope you find these somewhat entertaining. Also, please spare me the humiliation and keep me anonymous, lol.
Damn it.
Got you covered. Anyways, I love y'all and love the show. I just wish I had started listening sooner because after a long history of bad experiences with men, I know you would have raised my standards years earlier. I've always
low bar, people.
Yeah, a low bar.
We're not that great, all right?
I've always taken rules very seriously, so the Sean rule would have saved me a whole lot of pain.
True.
For context, I'm a 7-time Sean rule breaker. Between 22 and 24, I was single and convinced that dating older guys was very cool. My parents always said I should date someone older. Weird. And I guess I where are the parents? Unfortunately, they were in full support.
They were in support.
And I guess I took that too far. The prefrontal cortex was under construction. It just didn't occur to me that there's nothing less cool than a 30-something-year-old chasing a 22-year-old.
Yep.
Anyway, I welcome any judgment. I earned it. But I also want it known that the second I turned 26, I could feel my brain morph from being a dumbass into just being an ass. Okay.
I feel that.
Yeah, I was there too.
Yeah. Okay, here are the stories. I'll put my age at the time and the age of my date in each one, as well as trigger warnings.
Wow.
So
very well organized. Thank you.
That's why I'm reading the whole thing anonymous. He
Hell
did a
yeah.
good job on this one. Sean rule break number 1. Trigger warning for politics and hate speech.
All right.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm not.
22 female plus 32 male.
Oh.
His dating profile said he was 26.
Okay, that's even worse because you're lying to get younger people.
But he admitted to being 32 when we got on the date.
That's
so in person.
Not better.
Also, his photos were from when he was 23. And boy, did he age a lot. I felt like I had been catfished.
Yeah,
You did.
Because you were. He called himself, quote unquote, a reformed Trump supporter.
Okay.
As in, he voted for Trump in 2016 and then Bernie in 2020. Red flag, but hey, growth.
I guess. It's crazy. It's crazy how many people went from Bernie to Trump and then vice versa. Like, how do you get those two on the same spectrum in your mind?
They're the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It's wild. Then he told me he was the big bad bully of his high school and took a series of speech classes for the sole purpose of giving homophobic speeches.
What the fuck?
It was he was 32 at this time, so this
He's bragging about
it's-
classes.
I
he
don't
took
know. To be a
15 years ago?
homophobe?
Yeah. What the hell?
I don't know. What a fucking loser. It was my first online date and I was too scared to leave. So I stayed for 2 hours. He walked me to my car and asked me to follow him home. We were basically in a dark alley and I was scared to say no, so I said yes. I drove to his place, panicked, circled his block until he finally called and asked why my car had gone by like 15 times. Weird of him to be watching.
Yeah.
I finally told him I was going home. And he said, no, I think you're going to park and come in.
What the
I blocked
fuck?
him.
Hell nah.
And left.
Good choice, OP.
Yeah,
Yes.
good choice on that one.
Jesus Christ.
Sean rule break number 2, trigger warning, ableism and poop.
Okay.
23 female plus 33 male.
God
Yeah,
damn.
that 10-year age gap doesn't keep changing.
I had the most amazing first date of my life. He was funny, liberal, and worked with children with disabilities. We had really good flirtatious banter. Then we got onto the topic of tattoos. He had none visible, but he said he had over 30 tattoos on his thighs. I asked, and he showed me the easily accessible ones. A giant teddy bear with a veiny cartoon dick.
John,
bird.
I knew John was going to love that.
Unfortunately, that would work for John. That would work for
He'd be
John.
like, I'm taking you home.
He's like, I think you might be my my soulmate.
But I am also over 30. So
Okay.
A bird having graphic sex with a peach.
Jesus Christ.
Then he told me his ass tattoo was way crazier. He showed me a picture, and it was a caricature of a child with Down syndrome pointing to his butthole with a speech bubble. Don't go downs there. I was horrified.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? This person
Works with children?
works with children with disabilities and has that tattoo.
Bro.
He then told me he once accidentally sent that photo to the mom of a child he was tutoring. He followed up with the correct file and neither of them acknowledged it. I'm so incredibly embarrassed to say this, but I went on a second date with this guy. By the time we had gotten to the tattoo conversation again, I was a little drunk and part of me thought I hallucinated it. On date 2, he brought his dog. When it pooped, he used a piece of seaweed to pick it up, got poop on his hand, rinsed it in the ocean, and then tried to hold my hand with that poop hand.
No.
He was genuinely confused when I wouldn't hold his hand.
Bro.
Also, he told me that he often pees his pants in public at bars just to see how people respond.
What the fuck?
We didn't talk again after that, but he did match with my roommate on a dating app and told her it didn't work out with me because I was quote unquote afraid of how strongly I felt for him so soon. And I was quote running away from my feelings.
I think you very misread that situation.
Choose the bear, but not the bear tattoos with veiny dicks.
Or the bare butt.
Or the bear butt.
Anybody that's willing to show you an asshole picture on date 1, I think is probably not somebody. I mean,
for you.
there's always, exceptions to the story, but I would say 9 times out of 10, anyone showing you a picture of their asshole on date 1 is probably not a good
especially
sign.
when the tattoo is that.
Yeah, especially that.
That's
especially
insane.
that. That's a wildly offensive tattoo.
This guy sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very unhinged. Like, I don't know.
Unhinged. Hygiene is crazy.
Questionable.
Oh my God.
He rinsed it off with salt water and said, yeah, that's good.
That's good enough.
Hold my hand,
baby.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right. So we're
Also,
both gonna
where
have
did you
pink
put
eye.
that poop? Where did you put the poop?
Yeah.
I got to think you threw it into the ocean, if I'm being
Probably.
quite honest with you.
Yeah.
All right, Sean rule break number 3 of 7. 23 female, 30 male. We dated for a few months.
Okay. We're closer in
day-
age now, guys.
Yeah, we're getting a little closer. One day he said women's bodies, quote unquote, start deteriorating at 30,
Jesus.
which is why he only dates women in their 20s.
Okay.
All right, Leo, chill. What the
Jesus
fuck?
Christ.
Yeah, Leonardo, exactly.
That should be the red flag. It's like, okay, well, what happens when I turn 30? You're going to stay with me? Nope.
I asked, what would happen
Oh.
if we were still together when I turned 30? He said, quote, that would be a sad day for both of us.
Jesus Christ.
More background information. He also collected Pokemon cards and gifted me any duplicates he had that were worth less than $1. Like one time he gave me a card, realized it was worth $3 and asked for it back.
What a piece of shit.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it sucks.
Oh.
When we ended things, my roommate and I tried to burn the cards because we thought it would be funny. Our apartment smelled like melted plastic for weeks.
Yeah, that's probably makes sense.
Rule break number 4. We're getting closer.
Oh.
23 female and 28 male.
Okay, this is one where I'd be like gray area. You know what I mean?
Not the
It's
worst.
not the
We
worst.
sure they're 28 though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
He asked me out via LinkedIn.
Hey,
What
wanna
the
connect? Oh shit.
I was super active there for work. He saw me on a dating app, recognized me, and then slid into my DMs. No, not on the dating app, but on LinkedIn.
That's
That's just
crazy.
wild.
To remember someone from a dating app and then see them on LinkedIn and then be like, oh yeah, I swiped right on her.
She ignored me then,
we
but
haven't
maybe.
matched, but let me shoot my
Oh.
shot.
The date wasn't awful, just not the vibe. At the end, he asked to kiss me, but moved in before I could even answer.
Oh,
I said, no, please don't, as he was kissing me.
oh.
It literally felt like the slow-mo, no, please don't. And I could see his expression become horrified as he realized mid-kiss just what was happening.
He got all teeth, I bet.
He paused,
God.
then said, I'm going to go home and journal about this, and walked away.
What?
Never heard from him again, but I hope he's doing okay.
I mean, I hope.
This is gonna be the same motherfucker who posts some shit on LinkedIn. You know, the one time I made a sale, I learned a lesson about my date. I was going in for a kiss and she rejected me, and therefore I became the highest earning salesperson in this team.
Jesus Christ.
I took rejection and I made it better. All right.
I mean, I'm going to be honest.
Because I make those posts.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be honest. I hope he is journaling. It might help him out a little bit.
It might help him. He seems to be the least offensive.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
out of all the guys.
Shooting your shot on LinkedIn is crazy, bro.
It's bad.
and then,
Holy
going
shit.
for a kiss without waiting for
An answer, also bad.
confirmation, also bad. But as far as the first 4 dates gone, he's the least.
He's the least worst, which isn't great.
Saying something.
Rule break number 5. Trigger warning SA.
Ooh.
23 female, 29 male. Our first date was at a bar in the same skyscraper as his apartment, which I only realized when he told me he had, quote, something to show me upstairs. It was his apartment.
Oh,
I left.
Good.
He later apologized and asked for another chance. I told him I wanted to take things slow physically. Long story short, he was on his best behavior for a few dates. Then, sparring too many details, he broke the physical boundaries that I had clearly set. As it was happening, I kind of disassociated and froze, but when I stopped being frozen, I told him he crossed the line. He didn't apologize to me, but he dropped down to his knees and began apologizing to God. Like a very long verbal apology where he started crying and asking for God's forgiveness.
no, motherfucker. Apologize to me, piece of shit.
She's right there.
Yeah.
Come on now.
It was some of the most unhinged shit I have ever seen. And I was pretty Christian at that time, but I've definitely struggled with it ever since then.
Well, yeah. A lot of
Yeah, I
people
get
use
that.
it as a performative matter.
Yeah. That guy's the worst
Yup.
so far. Rule break number 6, 23 female and 32 male.
Going back up.
Yeah, we went back up with this one. A rich guy from Dubai. He said he did magic full time because he had, quote unquote, too much time and money.
I like this guy the most so far.
So far, yeah. On the date, he showed me card tricks and invited me to spend the summer with him in Europe. I
Not gonna lie,
declined.
that would do it for me.
Yeah, that honestly. And magic? Wow. He said I should at least come home with him to see his quote unquote magic wand. And we lose it just as
there
fast
it is.
as we.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I did not, but I do follow him on Instagram, and he honestly looks like he's living his best life.
Oh.
Yeah, well, good for him. I mean, he shot his shot, got rejected, accepted it by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Still weird he was dating someone 10 years younger than him.
Rule break number 7.
Oh.
7 of 7.
Oh.
Here we go.
All right.
24 female and 29 male. Again, kind of a gray
Okay,
area.
this
at
one's
this
not
point.
too bad. Yeah.
The second I sat down on this date, I felt like I was just hanging out with my best friend. And I felt like that every day for the past 4 years.
Hey.
He's the kindest, most empathetic, most supportive partner I could literally ask for. And I think he's actually going to propose soon. Hopefully.
Ooh.
My life is so dramatically different now than it was 4 years ago, thanks to my partner. I went from thinking that my only purpose in life was to settle down and have kids, to now switching into a tough but exciting career, making more money in 3 months than I had ever made in a year, finishing up my master's and applying to PhD programs.
Hell yeah.
Ah, damn, that Patreon membership about to come in handy pretty soon, baby.
My life is 100 times more filling in every aspect than it ever was before.
Filling, huh?
I mean, you gotta.
Mm.
And I wouldn't have had the guts to pursue these goals without my partner's support and his frequent sweet treat runs to get me through tough days.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I wish I had known about the Sean rule earlier, but I guess my field research says that breaking the Sean rule has a 1 in 7 success rate. The 6 disasters were definitely worth finding my person. Also, he doesn't listen to the podcast, but I keep telling him that our relationship is illegal. He has no idea what that means, and I think he's too scared to ask.
I like that you're just shouting that out. Hell yeah, OP. That's a happy ending to a very rocky couple of stories there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as far as 24 and 29 goes, that's
Yeah.
That's that's not
I mean, still fucking illegal if we're being
right, but you're still like a similar point in life, and yeah, you're late 20s, mid 20s. It's much better. I'm glad you found your person, and I wish nothing but the best for you guys going forward.
I do. I am very happy that you also find your person. At least, they're not magicians. At least they don't fucking pick up dog shit with seaweed. Seem like a good person. Seems like they're encouraging you to pursue your dreams. And
hell yeah.
I hope all the dreams that you guys have together are happy and you accomplish everything that you want to accomplish for the both of you. So wishing you all the best of luck. And thanks for sending us your stories. We appreciate it.
Those are great.
Hell yeah.
Well, not great, but
Anon, fantastic writing on all 7 stories.
Absolutely.
Super happy that, the last time worked. Don't love that you're ruining my statistics for my rule.
Well, actually, she kind of helped you out. It's like 1 in 7. That could be.
And that's just 1 in 7.
Yeah.
We've had, add those 7 to the countless bad ones we've had.
Exactly.
Really, is one really going to affect, what were you going to say? A drop in the pond, a drop in the ocean. But yeah, congrats to you, Anonymous. PhD, that's a pretty huge deal. So congrats to you.
Oh, good one, Sean.
Yeah, I want to kill myself. All right. Before we get to the Patreon, it wouldn't be a Monday Reddit reading episode without the amazing Underbaki. So,
yeah,
today is this poster okay. You guys know how this goes. So, post 1, we're coming from r/unpopular opinion.
Oh, God.
No title on this one, I guess. So this one just starts off, people who don't gossip are weird.
They are. You're boring.
There are different degrees of gossiping, and I'm not talking about spreading your best friend's business around behind their back, but if you don't mildly enjoy hearing about Frank from finance getting fired for fraud, or Judy from next door getting a male visitor every day after her husband leaves, you're weird and super unrelatable.
I fucking agree. I was just been telling Juliet about this. I'm just like, I've started noticing like these 2 friend groups that I have that are not talking to each other anymore.
Ooh.
And one person unfollowed a certain person, but they're married. Now they don't look like they're married anymore. Did they have a divorce? Was there a split between the 2 groups? And me and her just been like making things about it. And she's like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? I'm like, girl, I don't fucking know. So I got to find out. Gossip.
Yeah. I mean, I think gossip's a pretty normal thing in everyday life, and everyone does it to a certain degree.
To a certain degree,
Even,
for sure.
well, even talking about like whatever sport, like the hockey game last night, like that's gossiping
That's
about
gossip, yeah.
a thing that happened. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
pop culture. Like, did you see what what's her face wore at the Grammys or whatever? Like, that's all fun gossip and banter, and like I think it's normal to do that.
Yeah. For you manly men out there thinking this is a feminine type of shit, trade rumors are gossip.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's funny because like Sienna and her high school friends do this a lot where they're like talking about people I've never heard of, never met, never will meet. And they're just
Bitch,
like,
I'm interested though.
they're like, did you see like what's her face and what's his face got together? And they're like, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like invested. Like I have no idea who these people are, but I know their whole life story now.
Did you see Brian's stupid hat?
What the hell?
What the hell?
Don't do the voice.
And before you make the excuse that you're a guy and men don't care, I would disagree completely. I find that men gossip just as much, possibly more, than women.
Yep.
Edited, after reading the comments, I will also include people who claim they never gossip because they are so moral and or couldn't be bothered, are also weird, lying, or in denial.
Shut your bitch ass up, bro. Gossiping is fun.
Yeah, and it does cross a line where it's like someone comes to you with a secret, like you're one of your best friends, and it's just like,
That's
hey,
different.
I need to
Yeah.
confide in you in something, and then you spread that shit. That crosses the line. It's like
Yeah.
gossiping from afar or about an event or something like that. That's fine. Or speculating. I don't know, like with a partner, someone you trust.
This whole podcast is just gossiping.
It is literally.
If you think about it.
Come on now. I love that shit.
All right, post number 2, also coming from r/unpopular opinion. They write, going to the dentist is fun. I've never related to the whole terrified of the dentist thing. I like going because then I feel confident after that my teeth are clean and I don't have any cavities or
Gingivitis.
gingival is what they wrote. And there's no squiggly line underneath it, so I imagine that's a real thing.
Sure.
Inflammation to worry about. My dentists have also been nice growing up, and I didn't have too many issues. Only one cavity by the time I was 18. So maybe that's why I don't mind going. I just think hating the dentist is overrated. Love those guys. My favorite kind of doctors.
I guess you're fine.
Yeah, I guess you're. I think fun is.
I think you're a dentist.
Yeah.
I think you're a goddamn dentist.
Yeah, I think fun is a stretch. I don't mind going to the dentist because it's like, I've personally never had any cavities, never had anything like wrong with my
I've
teeth.
had so many.
So it's been like, knock on wood, I guess. So they've always been pretty easy. Like my dentist is pretty great. I went last week actually. It's like it's pretty great. They do the checkup. It's usually fine, and then I go on my way. I've never had an issue with the dentist, but I wouldn't go so far as to say it's fun.
Nah, it's not fun.
Yeah,
Optometrists, now I fucking hate them motherfuckers, bro. When they start blowing shit in your eyes, that shit is scary.
That's the next appointment I've got to make.
I went to the optometrist and I had to play the most boring, longest VR game of my life.
You guys just play VR games?
It's just a dot that pops up in different parts of the screen.
Oh, you just gotta click it. Yeah.
That's
the little squiggly sperm-looking shit.
Yeah, that bitch felt like it was 5 to 10 minutes. I said, God damn, this
brother,
is
you might have ADHD. Because that's one of the tests they have, like to think. Like, bro, a doctor was like, you stop paying attention 30 seconds in. I'm like,
I had to take it again. They were like, this is crazy. There's no way that this is accurate.
You might have it.
I might have it. We've all suspected.
Oh, bro, I got fucking 99%. They're like, yeah, 99% sure you got it. I'm like, oh, well, at least it's close to 100.
Man,
I'm a true Asian, baby. Let's go.
All right, this third one is also coming from r/unpopular opinion. And they write, I love the taste of orange juice after I brush my teeth.
What the fuck?
What's a weird food mix that you like? I also like to eat Cool Ranch Doritos with shredded cheese on top and mustard.
The mustard's crazy.
The mustard is crazy. I was fine with the cheese on top of Cool Ranch.
Yeah,
that's fine.
That's fine.
I hate Cool Ranch Doritos.
Oh, I love
and I put it in. I put it all in a sandwich with lettuce. The Cool Ranch Doritos are the meat of that sandwich. That's crazy. That's it.
I mean,
I
that's
think you
your
might be a
food take?
sociopath. I'm going to say it. I know we don't diagnose people on the show. I'm confident in that one, though.
You
That's
got
tough.
issues, bro. What the fuck is that?
That sounds like torture to me. Like,
Do y'all have any weird food mix takes?
Weird
I've
food.
done
mixtape.
the Elvis or the Chunky Monkey thing where it's like peanut butter with bacon. Pretty good. I fuck with that.
Oh, I love hot Cheetos, nacho cheese, and rice.
I'm a white guy. I venture too far from like standard dishes. I don't know if I have anything.
You've never tried two things and been like, that would be really good together.
I don't know. I think I've talked about the toast and syrup I do. That's maybe the weirdest thing, but
French
Toast
toast?
syrup ain't that bad.
no, but just dipping toast in syrup. I think that's,
That ain't
You're
bad.
just skipping the egg and cinnamon.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's as weird as I think it gets for me, guys. I don't know.
Fair. Favorite Doritos flavor?
Ooh, spicy nacho.
Cool Ranch.
I think I like the Thai chili. I like the Thai chili a lot. The purple bag.
That's good.
Tasty. That's it for this episode, Wikimaniacs. But before we end it, woo, that was a tough one. If you're not a patron or YouTube member, that was a doozy. But before we end the episode, we got some Venmos to shout out.
Let's do it.
So this first one is coming from John's favorite, Barefoot Conrosa, writing,
Whoa.
Happy AAPI month. This is your world, calling it back to Sean in May 2023. Also, fun fact, did you know that Dasani water came out on the same day as John's birthday in 1999?
Whoa.
No wonder I fucking hate them bitches, man. You stole my thunder.
It didn't, but I had to take the opportunity to mess with my op. Happy birthday, John.
That's like
Spelled
what are the
incorrectly
odds?
on purpose. Okay, but here's the dead ass happy birthday message to John. Happy birthday, op. Let's be honest. Our beef is Japanese Wagyu and always makes me
85.
burst out laughing. Keep throwing shade. I got you in the Discord and Venmo. Barefoot Conrosa sends $1.02.
Hell yeah.
I'll accept it.
Next up, we got Chelsea, who writes, been a listener for about a year now, but this is my first donation. My Warriors just put the Rockets to bed in the Western Conference, so I figured I'd donate in honor of that. Sorry, not sorry, Sean, but at least a donation came out of it. Thanks for everything, guys. Chelsea sends $10. Steph Curry is the boogeyman of my nightmares. I picture him when I close my eyes and I cry.
He is your LeBronto.
Yeah,
Yep.
He is my LeBronto.
He definitely is.
He destroyed us in our prime years with Harden. We finally rebuild. First year in the playoffs, and then we see the ghost of Christmas past, Steph Curry, come to fucking wreck our shit.
If it makes you feel better, he'll retire maybe while you're still in your window.
He won't.
Damn.
Next up, we got Spencer, who writes, happy birthday. Enjoy some peanuts on me. Spencer sends $15. Thank you. And I will. And I encourage everyone, and I mean everyone, to enjoy some peanuts. Alyssa, next up, writes, been listening to you guys since having baby number 2. And after hearing John read as David Attenborough while actually sounding like Yoda, caused me to die of laughter while driving home. And 100 episodes in, I finally felt compelled to donate. Appreciate y'all for keeping me entertained. Alyssa sends $10.
Oh, thank you, Alyssa.
Why? Thank you, Alyssa.
I don't remember that, but maybe I blocked it out of my memory.
I blocked it out. I blocked everything out of my memory. My shit don't have enough gig space in my shit.
Just overwriting.
It must have been around episode 100 when that happened. So
True.
Backlogs. Next up, we got Courtney, who writes, thanks for making my workday more bearable. Sean, CHWN.
That's racist.
John, DGON, and Josh.
D.
And Josh, GOSH. Love y'all. Keep dismantling the patriarchy or the patriarchal habits for men. Your pod does more than you know. Courtney sends 69 cents. Thank you, Courtney. The sickest amount.
Did you spell it gosh?
Gosh. Yeah.
Gosh. Oh,
Gosh, Mickey.
Next up, we got Jessica, who writes, life disrupted my shaker Sean Goat streak. So please accept this as my apology. Never let the super soaker Sean Goat sound die. Jessica sends $6.90.
Hell yeah.
The sickest amount.
What's a super soaker sound?
To be honest, I'm kind of confused, but Jessica is the one that wrote for Sean's goat sound. But then spelled my name different every single time.
Nice.
We got into X's, we got into J's, it got weird.
Hell yeah.
Next up, we got Anonymous, who writes, hey, I Venmo'd a few months ago saying I had some crazy stories about breaking the Sean rule,
There it is.
including a guy picking up dog poop with his bare hands. I finally had the chance to write it all out in a Google Doc, like you mentioned. Also, I lied. I actually broke the Sean rule 7 times in my early 20s. I forgot about a guy I went on with a date via LinkedIn. It's all in the Google Doc. I hope my stupidity doesn't give y'all a stroke. Anonymous sends $6.11. We read it for you.
Thank you, Anonymous. They were very good stories. Very well written. I didn't love what was contained within the stories, but
Hey, $6.11. We know you're getting your fucking PhD. Step that shit up, man.
Jesus Christ.
You find a man in your fucking dreams. You know what to fucking do. Come on now.
We made a slow transition from me being the money man to John being the money. As soon as John left corporate world, he was like, I need it.
my lifeline now.
All right, but that's it for the podcast. Boys, anything before we leave?
No, nothing from me.
All right. That's it for this week or for today. We'll see you. We got more content this week for sure. And yeah, thanks. Thanks for listening.
Join our Wednesday
I'm about to
live
do
stream.
one Lumpia crunch.
Oh, give it.
Whoa.
Oh, I just bust. Oh my God. That was incredible.